What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
Whenever Keanu Reeves is seen in public, something special happens. No drama, no ego, just pure kindness. Despite his fame and fortune, he reminds us that being human is priceless. Watch till the end to see why he's known as the nicest celebrity alive. Running into a celebrity's vehicle usually means trouble, especially in a city like Los Angeles. One small mistake can turn into a nightmare of legal calls and massive repair costs. That's exactly what a woman expected when she accidentally reversed into a parked motorcycle, only to later realize it belonged to Keanu Reeves. The bike wasn't parked illegally. There was no violation, no confusion, just an unfortunate accident. Sitting in her car, the woman reportedly panicked, assuming the worst. Most people would. After all, damaging the property of a global movie star rarely ends quietly. But when Keanu arrived, the moment unfolded in a way no one expected. There was no confrontation, no anger, and no demands. Instead, he calmly waved off the concern, reassured her that it wasn't a problem, and encouraged her to move on. In a world where status often amplifies ego, Keanu chose something else entirely: perspective. This calm, measured behavior isn't limited to a single moment. It's a pattern. Even paparazzi, who are often known for pushing celebrities to their limits, approach Keanu Reeves differently. Whether it's outside film premieres, at airports, or on an ordinary sidewalk, photographers know they won't get an outburst or confrontation from him. In multiple interviews, Keanu has explained that he understands they're simply doing their jobs, and he makes a conscious choice not to add stress to their workday. That mindset is uncommon, especially in Hollywood, where fame and personal privacy are in constant conflict. Instead of viewing paparazzi as adversaries, Keanu treats them with basic respect. And in an industry built on tension and spectacle, that quiet humanity stands out.
Keanu! Hey, Keanu! I want you, Keanu!
You got the address? Give him the address. You don't have it.
I texted you.
All right, I put it on your phone. Love you, kid. Take care of yourself.
Airports offer some of the clearest examples of his patience in real time. Walking through LAX with a bag in one hand and a baseball cap pulled low, Keanu Reeves has been approached by fans countless times. Rather than rushing past or relying on security to create distance, he consistently slows down. He smiles, pauses, and takes photos, often in the middle of a busy terminal. Even when fans approach nervously, hands shaking and words stumbling, he greets them with warmth, as if they were familiar faces. On one occasion, a fan arrived late, after he had already stopped for others. Keanu still turned back. There was no impatience, no visible frustration, just a brief moment shared, a smile, and a quiet thank you. Small gestures like these are easy to overlook, but for the people who experience them, they leave a lasting impression.
Jiggy, can I? She's nervous.
We are. I'm so nervous. Jackie, come on. Oh my God.
Okay.
Wait, I want to hug him too.
Despite having a net worth of over $380 million, he's been seen on buses and subways multiple times, blending in with regular commuters. One of Keanu's most widely shared moments didn't happen on a red carpet or a movie set. It happened on a crowded New York subway. During a routine commute, he quietly stood up and offered his seat to a woman struggling with a heavy bag. There was no announcement, no performance, and no awareness of being filmed. It was a simple, unplanned gesture. A bystander happened to capture the moment, and the clip quickly spread across the internet. That brief act of consideration resonated far beyond the train car. Viewers saw something rare: a global star behaving like an ordinary, thoughtful commuter. The video went viral, and almost overnight, people began referring to him as the internet's boyfriend. That wasn't the only time he was spotted using public transport. This unusual groundedness has been noted by many, including Joe Rogan, who once described Keanu as someone who experienced extreme fame early on, only to emerge calmer and more centered. Rogan pointed out how Keanu can be seen sitting quietly on the subway, dressed simply, wearing ordinary shoes and a basic watch, looking like any other person commuting through the city.
For the top fame, he hit that Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise level of fame, and then just became this super chill, mellow guy that can just like go through crowds. That guy sits on the subway by himself. No, like
That's freaking awesome.
yeah, but there's no obvious outward displays of wealth from him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
When it comes to the red carpet, celebrities like to flex and show off their extravagant outfits. Often they use this as an opportunity to show off their hot dates. Keanu doesn't care about the superficial stuff. At the 2020 Oscars, he brought his mother to the awards. Now that's how you show appreciation to the woman who raised you.
About
Much like fellow global icon Lionel Messi, Keanu Reeves is widely respected for the way he treats fans. When taking photos with female fans, he is consistently mindful and respectful, keeping appropriate distance and ensuring everyone feels comfortable. Despite decades of fame and extraordinary success, he has never carried the reputation that often follows powerful figures in Hollywood. Keanu has fans of all ages. He might be badass Neo in The Matrix, but to this little boy, Keanu often reminds people that, at his core, he's just another human being. Children, however, have a way of asking the toughest questions that aren't always easy to answer clearly. What makes Keanu stand out is how effortlessly he meets that challenge.
How did you go into the computer?
So I would have my hand, and then they would take a picture of it, and then in a computer, they would do an animation of all like a silver hand, and then they would show you on a movie screen.
But Keanu's life hasn't always been defined by positivity. Behind the calm exterior is a history marked by profound loss and resilience. In the late 1990s, Keanu Reeves and his longtime partner, Jennifer Syme, were expecting a child. Tragically, their daughter, Ava, was stillborn. A loss that deeply affected Keanu and changed him permanently. Just a few years later, in 2001, Jennifer Syme died in a car accident, compounding his grief in a way few can truly understand. At the same time, Keanu was also supporting his sister, Kim Reeves, through a long and difficult battle with leukemia. For more than a decade, he remained closely involved in her care and well-being. That period tested him emotionally, but it also revealed a quiet strength, one rooted in loyalty, love, and perseverance. Keanu once reflected on love by saying that being a lover also means being willing to fight for what matters. It wasn't a statement about aggression, but about commitment, the idea that real love requires effort, sacrifice, and endurance. In 2010, a series of photos showing Keanu sitting alone on park benches or eating by himself began circulating online. Stripped of context, the images led people to project sadness onto him, and the now famous Sad Keanu memes were born. While the internet laughed, few considered the real history behind those quiet moments. Rather than rejecting the attention, Keanu responded in his own way. He later released a small book of poetry titled Ode to Happiness, written to offer comfort to people navigating difficult times. Only a limited number of copies were printed, and today the book has become a rare collector's item. Through grief, loss, and public misunderstanding, Keanu Reeves chose empathy over bitterness and humility over resentment. And perhaps that's why so many people continue to admire him, not just for what he's endured, but for how he's chosen to live afterward. If stories like this resonate with you, consider liking the video and subscribing, so more people can hear about the quiet good that still exists in the world.